It kind of feels like the preamble to an expose where I get cancelled.
Well, the first thing
eventually
is we are going to talk about the allegations first of all.
Yeah.
How many squirrels were in that office when you got there?
Look, don't worry about this. They were bushy-tailed when I arrived and bushy-tailed when I left.
Welcome back. This is episode 2. If you have not seen episode 1, then you can't count. Go and watch that one first, where you will meet past Rick, future Rick, and shower Rick. I've been turning 40 and I'm freaking out about it. I'm reviewing all the past goals and ambitions I've had. My first challenge being, get one of these. I've got 20 weeks to get down to 10% body fat and complete this by my 40th birthday. Along the way, we'll be meeting experts to help guide and support me, and hopefully dispel some of the common myths and fads around fitness and health. I'm using the MacroFactor app to help track my nutrition. I'll also be trying out the coached feature to see how it helps me along the way. Exercise, I've got gym plans, I've got run plans, and I've got 10,000 steps fans cheering me on. Previously, we visited My Vital Metrics where I had a DEXA scan and found out I'm 21.8% body fat. We tested my strength. Turns out I'm pretty much the Incredible Hulk. And then he stuck me on a treadmill for a VO2 max test. That was fun. But it turns out, again, I'm pretty fit. I've just got some extra cushion for the pushing. I did some reflecting. It got a little emotional. I realized that this goal stems from somewhere a little bit more negative for me. I've been spending quite a bit of time in here. I've been pushing things up there, dropping them down here. I've been running a lot, making new friends, and been eating in a calorie deficit. In this episode, we're talking to this guy. We're going to chew the fat about all things health and fitness. He's going to give me some advice on how I should approach this challenge. We'll also be talking about some of the common barriers standing in the way for people trying to achieve their goals. He owns a gym with his partner Catherine in Camberwell in southeast London, and it's full of good times and good vibes. So without further ado, let's meet him. He's called James, by the way. His name's James.
I'm James. I'm co-owner of Shirokuma Health Fitness in Camberwell, South London. Well, we opened up in 2020. So
it's a great year for that.
A great year
for gyms.
Yeah, February 2020, prime time. First year wasn't amazing. But we made it through and it's going well now.
I did attend this gym and stuff.
Yes, you're a member of this gym, yeah.
5 years maybe? Something like 4 or 5 years?
4 or 5 years. So you were here at the outset.
Was an OG. But thanks for being part of this, and because obviously you've got a bit of background on me and know my fitness and health and a bit of my kind of past, so obviously well positioned to give me some advice. Thank you very much. On social media, it's kind of, we're bombarded by these figures quite a lot of what we're supposed to do. And I think it's more prevalent in women, obviously, of having to look a certain way. Personally, I think over the past decade, even longer, it's been growing more and more for men too.
When we look at social media, it started out as something like Instagram, where there was no advertising, you just followed your friends, maybe some interesting accounts, and then ads started to get put in, and now it's a marketing tool. But it's happened so gradually that people still think of it as this thing where they have a deeper connection to their interactions on something like Instagram than they do reading it in the paper, even though the relationship between who's delivering the message and who's receiving it is more like reading a magazine or a newspaper these days with the accounts that we follow. There's been so much research on, one example would be creatine recently. It's becoming clear that creatine is really positive for both men and women, and it used to be seen as a bodybuilding bro supplement that you wouldn't take it unless you were a gym man. And now there are all these benefits to strength training for women, the bone density and the joint health benefits of doing strength training, which historically was seen as a male-dominated area of the fitness space. Now, all of that research can be distilled into this one idea of, okay guys, we know that creatine is good for women, what should we do? Creatine in a pink fucking bag. It always comes down to this targeting of, you are being sold to all the time. Generally, whenever there is somebody that's making an outlandish claim, carnivore diets, keto diets, any number of the things that I would like to characterize as horse shit on the internet can really ultimately be distilled, and the drop that comes out at the bottom is, buy something, buy my ebook, buy my 12-week program, buy this, buy that. Nobody's making outlandish claims and then just leaving it.
The algorithm's got me now on social medias because of this. On the social medias. So all I'm getting is like bombarded with these body transformations, which some are like inspiring, some of them, and that's great. And I think well done to everyone that's doing it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not putting anybody down for doing it, but it's just so much and it's constant and it's like, eat less, work out more, train. And it's just so much. I'm exhausted from just watching that. Pissing me off, basically. I've seen some really like worrying things as well. So this one reel came up where this guy was talking about all the things that he's doing to keep in shape around not just his exercise and nutrition, but taking like weight loss injections. He's taking steroids and then taking, crystal meth as well. Crystal meth. He was openly saying taking crystal meth to help lose weight. I don't know if that was true. I don't know if it's just for clickbait or just for follows or likes or whatever, but it's dangerous. Stupid people will watch that and think that's the right thing to do. If you're a stupid person watching this, it's not the right thing to do. Just don't do it. I felt the pressure. I feel the pressure. This is what this whole challenge is about. To go that far and to feel that much pressure to be, I don't know what it is. Like, is it to feel relevant? Is it just because we think that that's what we're supposed to do? I don't know. And then the other things I'm seeing is these young men as well, like teenagers, early 20s, that are sharing like things about them being bullied at school and pictures of them from being like kids and like being a bit chubby. And it's like, that was me. But it's like puppy fat and it's that adolescent thing that you go through and it's just, you can't control it. It's genetics. And then like snapshot to them being in a ripped physique and like, it's basically set up in a way that, screw you bullies, look at me now. So, which in a way is inspirational. It's like good for you. But on the other hand, you've done that for somebody else. You've done that for these people that were awful to you. I don't like that. Maybe it's too judgmental of me, but I think that's what I was like. So I think that's why I don't like it so much. I think I was doing things for other people. It's just not healthy to do it that way. I think that, and you're kind of telling that person that they're right as well, that it's okay to comment on people, because if you comment on people like that, then eventually they'll be ripped and whatever. And I don't know. It's getting to me, seeing all this stuff, even more so than before the challenge.
Very few people choose to look inward at what needs to change. They're always looking outward for what is the thing that I don't have that can help me to get to where I am. Is it this supplement? Is it this program? What are the things instead that are holding you back from where you want to go? What are you doing right now that you could remove? For me and Catherine, for example, it was habitual 1 or 2 glasses of wine a night. Once we removed that thing that, don't get me wrong, we thoroughly enjoyed, turns out that our calorie balance was actually more of a deficit than a surplus.
It's kind of that quick fix mentality, isn't
Yeah.
it? Quick pill is going to make me better, it's going to get me to where I want to be, this program.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I've done it. Everyone's done it.
I've 100% done
Yeah, maybe everything I know to be true, we know they don't work, but you've got to think, maybe.
Yeah.
And that's what you're being sold on, is the maybe.
And I think the prevalence of that and how much it's expanded over the years makes doing something like this, or just having a healthier lifestyle, wanting to get in shape, that sort of thing, so much more difficult, because it's so much noise around how to actually achieve something like that.
Bit of a trigger warning. We are going to discuss some GLP-1 stuff now. So hot topic. I know. Let's get into it.
I think that it can be used responsibly. This is not a stigmatized kind of, it's cheating or it's bad. I don't think that that's a productive discussion.
I think it's the access to it.
Yeah.
Who's getting access to it.
Yeah.
People wouldn't be prescribed it medically and that sort of thing, that would just see it as basically a wonder drug where I can drop 10 pounds.
I think that if somebody is at a point where they've, in their mind, tried everything, and they're unable to lose weight, people are more likely to stick to what they're doing once they start to see results. But the results are a lagging indicator of what they're doing. So they go on the diet for a week and their weight stabilizes and they haven't started losing weight yet. And so that first kind of 2 weeks before the metabolic effects of weight loss have started to happen, a lot of people will drop off in that period. And it's not because the thing doesn't work, it's that it doesn't work in the first 2 weeks. If somebody has tried everything and the thing that is going to help them to get to where they need to go is one of these drugs, that somebody like that doesn't need my judgment, they need compassion.
This is me just proving that I am doing my shoulder rehab in case my physio's watching. You know what, let's take a little moment now just to like and subscribe. You guys must have a ton of questions. Pop a comment down there. Go on, dare ya.
So James, let's talk about me and my training.
I would love nothing more.
That's good.
Okay, so here are my workouts, assisted by the lovely Paul, who we will get to know in a later episode. It's not your turn yet, Paul, sit down. Progressive overload. This means you either do more reps or heavier weights as you progress. So we've got 2 upper days. They have both got push and pull movements in both days, which I've been advised is better. I've been avoiding pushing movements with barbells until my shoulder kind of recovers fully. Using dumbbells make it a little bit more comfortable to use with the shoulder at the moment, so I'm sticking mainly to dumbbells. Yeah, I picked some funky exercises. The bird dog row, just because it's a funny name. Within the program at the moment, I'm doing fewer reps but heavier load. Most movements are up to 8 reps, and I'm doing 2 sets of them, which I first thought was too few, but I've been advised this is what to do. My lower day, I must improve my butt. Some bigger compound movements here, like the back squat and the Romanian deadlift. What makes a deadlift Romanian, actually? Please comment, let me know. Also, what makes this split squat Bulgarian? What is it with the Eastern Europeans? Let's go back to James now and talk a little bit more about me.
Someone my age, in my late 30s, going to be hitting the big 4-0. What have I got to be kind of mindful of in terms of my age, kind of where I am at with my fitness? And we spoke before about my DEXA scan, so we kind of know roughly where I'm sitting body fat wise and how much lean muscle mass and stuff.
The first thing I would say to frame it, I would move away from the idea that age precludes you from any kind of progress. I feel better at 40 than I have at any time in my life. But my approach to training has changed. When I was younger, my training was focused on what's the maximum recoverable volume. Now, my training is focused on what is the minimum effective dose. When I first opened the gym, I had an ongoing shoulder tendon issue. I had had a back injury. None of this is the fault of any kind of training methodology. It was my approach. I tried to do too much too soon. Then when I opened the gym, I felt a responsibility to the people that I trained to set a better example. And I haven't been significantly injured in almost 6 years. This bears out with Olympic athletes, where the number one predictor of elite performance, like podium level performance, is how long has that athlete gone with an unbroken stretch of training punctuated with injury. If the goal is body composition, you have to accept some degree of a cap on the potential of your performance. So what I wouldn't do is have the goal of getting to 10% body fat and run a sub 90 minute half marathon, right? So I wouldn't do both of those things. Getting to 10% body fat and completing a half marathon is the better thing to do.
Sure, nice. We'll do that. All of what you just said, I'll do it.
Great.
But I've actually really been enjoying the running. I think that's also because my mentality has changed towards it. So before, when I was running, I was always very competitive with myself. I wanted to always beat the time that I'd done the day before and stuff like that. So it's not how you're supposed to do running, apparently. Whereas I'm not doing that. I have slowed my pace right down to probably the slowest pace I've ever ran, actually. But I'm enjoying it so much more. Because my pace has slowed down so much, I definitely can run further than what I would be going into this challenge and starting afresh again. And I can already run 5 miles plus. I do miles, by the way, kilometers. I feel lighter when I'm running. I'm managing my breath a lot better as well. I'm trying to stay in lower cardiovascular zones because of what I learned from my vital metrics, and in terms of the goal being to burn fat, then that's what I need to do. I mean, I liked running before, but I wouldn't say it was pleasant. I'd actually look forward to going for a run, which is, God, I sound like a right prick. Can't say that.
We have these simplistic messages of excess carbohydrates causes type 2 diabetes, therefore carbohydrates bad. Excess carbohydrates in the presence of a calorie surplus over an extended period of time, yes, can lead to type 2 diabetes. Does that mean that the people that could benefit from responsibly and deliberately consuming carbohydrates to benefit their health and performance. I don't think that that's as simple a narrative. But it also doesn't make for a good 15-second TikTok that's going to sell your fucking spreadsheet program. The low-carb movement finds its roots in the Atkins diet. Again, this is what happens when somebody makes a copy of the thing and then delivers it as their own thing. Somebody makes a copy of that and you lose something with every iteration. If you go to the source material, Atkins did recommend cutting out carbohydrates in order to metabolize fat more effectively, but then you gradually reintroduce carbohydrates to the diet. But people miss out the second bit because they don't read the book, they don't read the source material. What they do is they go to their favorite influencer, they rely on them to deliver the information, and then what they choose to omit based on their own biases then gets amplified to their audience. Yeah. When people go for those extreme examples, they think that a drastic change will lead to a drastic outcome.
Yeah.
That may very well be true. If instead we took the opposite, which is what are you currently doing and what is the smallest possible step you can take now to make a change in the direction that you want. So if you're drinking 5 cans of Coca-Cola a day, try going for a week where you drink 4 Coca-Colas a day. You've reduced your sugar intake from Coca-Cola by 20%, or change them to Coke Zero or whatever it is. And these iterative things where you can take stock on a Sunday and go, my life didn't feel appreciably different, but I'm starting to see these results that I want. What's another small thing that I can do? Maybe I can just food prep dinner for Monday and Tuesday, and that's it. And then you start to get in the habit of, okay, this is part of my week now.
4 weeks in, 4 weeks down, 4 weeks up. I'm doing 4 weeks of this challenge. The challenge itself, it's going well, I think. It feels good. The things to pick up on, I think, the nutrition side of things, definitely not as difficult as I thought things were going to be. I don't know why, actually, that I just had in my head that it was going to be absolutely kind of drastically different. It's going to be painful. It's going to be like the worst thing ever. Or it's just going to be such a big impact or big difference to what I've been doing. Whereas actually I found very little has changed actually in terms of what I'm cooking and what I'm preparing food-wise. I'm just making like really small changes of the same dishes that I'd make like before the challenge. So kind of mentioned before, I'm just taking away some of the cooking oils, drastically reduces the calories, so it kind of puts me in the calorie deficit that I'm supposed to be in. It's definitely helpful that I know how to cook. I found like a bit of a brag, I know how to cook. It wasn't meant to be like that. So what I'm trying to say is that having grown up being interested in cooking, which I've always been, and eating obviously, has been helpful because I can make things taste nice that, you know, without having to add lots of oils and fats and whatnot that generally taste so great. One thing that isn't going great is I'm still not hitting like consistently the amount of protein I'm supposed to have, because I think it's around 194 grams per day, which just seems so much. From speaking to the other experts, it does seem a little bit high, and I question whether I actually do need to eat that much. I think to me, if I'm hitting somewhere near that from 170 odd upwards, I think it's fine. In my opinion, we'll see. I'll see if I just ruin the whole challenge because of it, but I've not been eating out. So the big impact is the social aspects of going out with people and having meals. I have got one thing coming up. So I'm leaving my current job to go to another job, which is sad because I really like the people I work with, and the company that I work for is really good. Enough about me. Well, no, it's all about me. Enough about that. I'm having a bit of a leaving lunch. I'm a little bit anxious about that, actually. I think because I've just had so much control over everything. I know exactly what I'm doing because I'll be using macro factor, but it doesn't actually matter. Like, it's one meal out of the whole week. It's one meal out of the whole month. It's like, I could not ruin this whole thing on one meal. Like, I could probably have whatever I wanted and nothing would change. I'm still going to eat healthy. Before, when I've done something like this or kind of looked to change my habits and lifestyle or diet or whatever, it has always been quite a negative kind of thing for me. I've always done it because I look horrible, I need to change, or I look disgusting, I'm not good enough, that sort of thing, so something needs to change, and then I need to punish myself because of it. That's kind of the mentality I've had. It's very problematic. Whereas this hasn't felt like that at all. If I just wanted to lose a bit of weight, be healthier, which is actually my real goal, then yeah, this is actually not that difficult for me. In terms of what's happened, so 4 weeks down, I'm 4 kilos down. I'd say the gym I'm doing okay. It's weird because I'm definitely working out less than I used to, but I'm coming to realize that I was severely overtraining and not giving myself enough time to recover. It's been very enlightening doing this because, like I said, I'm doing less per week for sure, and I'm probably getting more out of it, I feel, because I'm allowing my body to recover more. It doesn't feel like I'm completely stressed all the time. But also, I think I used to get up 6:30 every morning and I had to force myself to do it. I was never like a morning person, but I really enjoyed it, and people there, like, we had a really kind of solid group of friends and stuff, so it was, I enjoyed going, so that's what got me there. Whereas now I'm allowing myself to sleep a little bit longer because I'm not good at getting to bed like earlier in the evening, so I think I'm getting much better sleep, and I think because of that I'm feeling much better. I've got more energy in the day as well. You mix all that with the better nutrition, really good. I'm feeling great. Okay, so we are a month down, 4 weeks gone. Time flies, doesn't it? Well, nothing's really changing with the workouts because everything seems to be trending in the right direction. So I'm sticking to those 3 sessions, getting out running, probably more towards twice a week at the moment. But yeah, getting the steps in, it's not a problem. Like I mentioned, things are trending in the right direction, so there's no need to change the calories at the moment. I'm on the same calories, trying to get close to that protein goal, but like I mentioned before, it's kind of closer to 170 grams for me, really. I'm sleeping good, I'm sleeping well, I'm snoozing. This is probably the best I've slept for quite some time, actually, so that's nice. Yeah, my weight is down 4 kg. That's 1 kg a week, which, to be honest, is probably a little bit quick, isn't it? It might be just kind of my body stabilizing a bit and like water weight, and I'm not going to change anything for the time being. What to expect next time? We're going to speak to this lovely lady called Jo, who's a registered dietitian. We're going to learn a little bit more about what I'm eating, why I'm eating it, and we're going to try to debunk some of the common fads and negative stereotypes around nutrition. Like and subscribe and follow for more, and I'll see you in the next one.